I think people are sleeping on the new Art Mage archetype. Medius The Pure is a powerful one-card starter, and the deck is only getting better from here. Let's jump right into it. Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation, is a powerful boss monster from Duelist Advance. This card belongs to the new lore archetype called Art Mage, where Medius The Pure is the main protagonist. Medius is our one-card combo, and this is how we do it. So in order to reach the full potential, we need to open Medius The Pure, and any spell or trap. You start by normal summoning Medius The Pure. Use his effect to summon a Power Patron from your deck. Use the Bird's effect to fusion summon into an Artmage Deactivus. Activate Power Patron's effect to grab an Artmage spell or trap, with a different name to the ones in your graveyard. We'll be adding the field spell, Acropolis. Here we activate Acropolis in our field spell zone. Use its effect to discard a spell or trap card from our hand. To search Graph Lair, which we can reveal in our hand. Summon the Graph Lair to set and activate the Varnish Alteration. Since we control the field spell, we can add the trap directly from our deck to our hand. Then we can use the field spell's effect, discard the trap card, to search for Litera. Here we can reveal Litera, summon her from the hand, to add back the Awakening from our graveyard to the hand. Then we can use the field spell, Pitch the Awakening, to search our remaining piece in Finmill. Here we can activate and summon the Finmill, and draw a card. And here we pass. Now this might not look super impressive, but you have a lot and very layered interaction. Since we control 3 or more different types, as we have Warrior, Fairy, Dragon and Spellcaster, we get the bonus effect of Finmill, negating our opponent's monsters, or Deactivus negating a card, or Graph Lair popping a spell or trap. Additionally, we can use Litera's effect, bring back the Power Patron from our graveyard and return her to the hand. Then we can use Power Patron's effect to perform a fusion summon. Preferably, we do this after we use the Finmill, the Deactivus, and or the Graph Lair. Thus we can fusion away some of these after we've used their effects. The best thing is probably to fuse away the Power Patron, the Litera, and the Graph Lair into our Nerva, the Power Patron of Creation. Nerva cannot die by card effects thanks to the field spell. And since we fused away with the Power Patron, we can use his effect to grab an Artmage spell or trap from our deck that has a different name to the ones in our graveyard. Nerva is now once per turn, or even once per chain, so here we can use Nerva to destroy our opponent's entire field. Should your opponent chain something to prevent this, either on the Nerva to stop it, or in the chain previous, in response to the Power Patrons we could not use the Nerva's effect. Then you have both Deactivus and Finmill, which can be chained in response to the response, to which we can chain the Nerva to. Now this is very difficult to play through. Should we have saved the Awakening in the graveyard, we can even pseudo play around Forbidden Droplet. What Forbidden Droplet says is you can send cards from your hand or field to the graveyard, and your opponent cannot respond with monster effects, spell effects, or trap effects if you sent those cards to activate the droplet. Additionally, the droplet also has to negate the same amount of cards that you sent to activate it. So here, if your opponent were to chain droplet and send 3 cards, or not send a trap card, you could chain the Awakening, even if they sent monsters and spells. Nerva can only be activated against monster effects, so you would need to chain the Finmill, for example here, in order to then chain your Nerva. Alternatively, you could also use the Awakening to bounce any of these, and dodge the droplet. Do keep in mind the Awakening cannot bounce Nerva, but you could bounce the Deactivus or the Finmill, and if they send 3 cards with the droplet, well, you no longer have 3 cards to negate, so the droplet just resolves without effect. This was just a quick showcase on what you can do with Medius The Pure in the Artmage deck. Now, we all know that you open with 5 cards, should you draw Engage and perhaps some other spell cards. There are ways where you make the Deactivus in the EMC. Activate Acropolis even twice before you actually start to do something, just to pitch those spells to the graveyard. And then you can activate the Engage to get some draws in. Should you want to start with the Engage, you can also use the Engage to start off with a Kagari, by adding Hornet Drones. Then you get a free monster which you can fuse with, or link away into SP Little Knight. giving you further ways to disrupt your opponent, or even play around Nibiru the Primal Being. Now I'm curious, what do you guys think about the Artmage deck? After seeing this combo showcase, are you impressed with what the deck was actually able to put up? With just one card and any blank spell or trap card to discard? Artmage at its current iteration is not something that I would play at a YCS, but I could see myself playing this deck at locals and having great fun. Or perhaps in Doom of Dimensions, the new core set, we will receive new cards for this archetype that will heavily boost its status in the metagame. At least for the Skystriker engine, if we were to get Camellia, that would be a great help. Nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am very impressed with the Artmage archetype, even though it's clearly lacking a bunch of support cards. I'm a big fan of the theme and lore, and it even reminds me a bit of spellbooks. But let me know in the comments what you think, and as always, have a good rest of your day. If you enjoy my content, make sure to also subscribe to my second channel, linked in the description box down below. There I'll be posting more personalized and exclusive content.